Talk to him. Welcome back, everybody. This is She and I am your host, Beloved, and like always, I have my very special host with me,
India Marie.
India Marie and Beloved, the husband and wife duo you didn't know you need, but you got us and we are here to stay. This is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday. Well, damn it, since Monday. Give it up for yourself one time. I don't think it's gonna work. Sometimes I surprise myself. How was your week?
Week was...
I've never met somebody.
I don't know. My week was fine. I don't know what to say. I'm like in my 4th trimester, dealing with postpartum, and that's, I love my baby, but my hormones are pretty much everywhere today.
I left the house. I left the house on the days seem to run together. I left the house on Saturday to go to the mall. I had to buy a new phone. Leaving the house, I tell India that her mom is going with me. Shout out to my mother-in-law. We'll talk about that in a second. But I tell India her mom is going with me and that Blake is going with me. I promise you, she was about to cry. I looked in her eyes. I want to go. I said, whoa, February 8th is your last appointment. We have to wait. I've never felt more sorry and more empathy for a person than I did in that moment. Like, you look like you were just defeated.
I'm sick of it.
You said that. I just want to get out of this room. I'm like, all right, well, walk around the block. But the thing about walking around the block, it's been rainy and cold. She can't win for losing. But here we are.
I don't even got nothing to say. I don't even want to talk about it because I don't feel like crying today.
See? Yeah, like,
well, actually, I already cried today because my mama went back home.
It's been emotional. But guess who mom is in the building?
So this is a switch off. My mom, my sister, so my mom flew in. It's crazy because she had already told me, she was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to come like right away because I got some projects I need to wrap up at work. So I was like, that's fine. That's a fact. And so I got home from the hospital and she texted me. She was like, how's it going?
I'm on the way.
I said, I'm overwhelmed. And she was like, well, India, she was like, it's okay. She was like, you just had a major surgery. You just went through a lot. Like, it's okay. And then I didn't text her back. She texted me. She said, do you want me to come?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Look, she's not even going to deny. Yeah. Come on. Right now, matter of fact, if you
I said, yeah. So this was on, we got home when? Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
She said, I'll be there on Monday.
And she pulled up.
I was like in 2 days, Monday. She said, yeah, I'll be there on Monday. So she flew in, booked the flight, flew in to come to my rescue.
Good parents are underrated, right? Like, we talk about the village, and thank God the village continues to come through.
So she was like, I can only stay a week. Well, a week turned into 2 weeks. So she stayed 2 full weeks.
And I tried to convince her to stay. That's my girl. I mess with her all the time. She talks to me more than India talks to me, like off the mic. On the mic, we talk all the time. Off the mic, she doesn't need to talk to me. But her mom...
That's not true.
Me and her mom, we play all day. I think I play more than she plays, but it's all good.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's really just Bear playing all day, and I'm not in the playful mood.
Yeah. But I am. Let's lighten up the mood, man. Come on.
But yeah, so my sister drove in town yesterday to pick my mom up because I guess she didn't feel like flying back. But so they went back to Atlanta today, and then Bear's mom flew in.
So we still have help. Now, it's great, but we still are going to need help within the next 3 months. It's kind of like when, God forbid, somebody passes away. Everybody wants to call within those first 2 days. They're going to come by your house. They're going to stop by and see you. They're going to come eat up all your food at the repast. But then a week later, silence. And that's when you need to check on your people. So within 3 months, after her mom is gone, and my mom is gone, y'all call us and make sure we straight.
Your mom will be here at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to need some help. We're going to be waving the white flag at that point. The reason
why I know this is because I just talked to her.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even know. See, she told me something new. So thank God. My stomach hurting on the low too, so excuse me in advance. But anyway, I want to talk about something real quick. You see this shirt? Shout out to my guy, Jay Fields. Jay Fields brand, kind of famous. I called Fields one day and I said, hey, bro, I need to pick up some gear so I can rock it. Like, I bet. So I pulled up on him and we talking. But before I left, I told Indy where I was going. Hey, about to go pull up on Fields to pick up some gear. Ooh, I want something too. I'm like, bro, why can't I have something of my own? And the kicker is we wear the same size. We could have just swapped it out, but I supported my guy. I bought two shirts.
We could have
shared the shirt. I thought about that after I bought it. But I said, it's my guy. Someone to support my people. But at the same time.
But the quality is A1. And better than that, we talk about t-shirts all the time.
We do.
Because we care about necklines. And this shirt has a really good neckline on it. Like, when I'm wearing stuff like this, I can't do the droopy neckline. That's why I don't do women's t-shirts. Even like when I'm having my events and I'm ordering merch and stuff like that, I'm not getting a droopy ass collar. It's not happening. The women's shirts are the worst shirts I've ever seen.
Yeah, and listen, I pay good money for a t-shirt if the quality of the t-shirt is good. And this is a thick. Oh, I'm talking about collar ain't gonna move. I got a long neck like a giraffe. So you can do all this.
Like a what?
A giraffe.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. Don't worry about me, worry about you.
But always been giraffe. But I can't get off for saying, simple stuff.
It's always been salmon.
I've always said salmon.
Go back
about the only thing you keep tripping me up on is the damn sword, okay?
And the L and salmon too. Me and your mama had this thing. So she got it from my mom. I asked the mom this weekend, how do you say SWORD? And she said, sword? I said, okay. So I said, okay, I see where she gets it from now. Straight from your mama.
Moving on.
Moving right along. I'm going to jump right into it because like she said, she's feeling a little emotional and she's feeling a little tired. You came in talking about how tired she was.
Well, that's because I'm achy now.
What's achy?
I could have asked you to do it, but I didn't feel like it.
You could have.
I did a lot of laundry and now I'm feeling achy.
So why did you ask me to do it?
Because I didn't feel like it. I just told you.
Well, guess what?
But you're gonna have to finish it.
Leads me into the best segue ever. Let's do it.
During the week, we got deep. Chill. Let's talk on the podcast.
Division of labor during the postpartum period is what we're going to talk about right now. So she has it down to a science, all right? It happened when we had Blake. When we had Blake, everybody talking about, usually my husband or my partner, they stay asleep while I breastfeed and I have to do all the work. I wish that was the case. She will breastfeed and then she will hand the baby out to me, make me wake up and birth the baby. Now, things have changed. What are you doing? What have you been doing now? This is just the feeding during the night.
Well, Shy is a little different than Blake. Actually,
babies are so different, bro. I thought all kids were like, if you have one kid, the next kid should be similar. Absolutely not. Demeanor right now.
Yeah, her demeanor is very different than Blake's. However, there's two things that's happening here because she is struggling with like some reflex issues, but Blake struggled. What did I say? Reflex. Oh Lord.
Talking about your knees over here.
Yes, she's having like some reflex issues. Blake had the same issues. However, I think that like the time period in my life and the way that I had Blake, I had like a very like tough it out, stick it out type of attitude with Blake. Like no matter the pain, the tiredness, like I was like, I could do this. I was so determined. And I hate because, they always say that the second kid and every kid after that get the short end of the stick. You do everything for the first.
Oh, first baby, you go all out. We bought the little pictures at the hospital and everything.
I'm trying to give her that same energy because, like, y'all know, like, I prayed really hard for her. Like, I'm so happy that she's here. Mm-hmm. However, second baby, we have Blake and Blake got a personality on him right now, y'all. And it's a lot. And so I'm already tired because we're dealing with the 2 kids situation.
Yeah.
And not only that, Shy's breastfeeding latch is insane.
Girl got a latch like a piranha.
Yeah, and so
I don't y'all be talking about my daughter out there and how she sucks on her nipple. Because I'm gonna have to fight y'all. It's crazy.
Boy, shut up. Ain't nobody talking about that.
I had to make sure.
So I do remember it hurting really bad with Blake. But like I said, I was very much so like, I'm going to do this. I'm sticking this out. And I did. I breastfed him for almost 2 years. But with her, I'm like, baby girl. So with Blake, I didn't let anybody bottle feed him.
She didn't.
At all.
She didn't.
I nursed him. I did not give him a bottle until...
Shit.
His mom came in town.
Yes, because we started going out.
Barrett's mom came and stayed with us for a month when I had him. And that is when I started giving him bottles because we were leaving him. I was going back to work, you know. But other than that, he was exclusively breastfed. But with her,
my girl, man,
I'm prepping bottles before I go to bed. Like
bottles of breast milk, might I add.
Yeah. I'm still pumping. Like I have a lot of milk. So I'm still doing the things, but how it's changed is that instead of me waking up, nursing her, giving her to him to burp him, we're both getting up at the same time because he is giving her the bottle and I am pumping the tits.
I'm getting the short end of the stick. Basically, I gotta wake up, go get her up, hand her to India. India might or may or may not change a diaper at that time. She may go back to sleep. I have to go downstairs, warm the bottle up, wait 8 minutes until the bottle warms up, go back upstairs, wake the baby up. I'm looking at India like, damn, you still ain't changed the diaper? She like, I'm trying. Lazy. Now she looking at me funny. I'm looking at her funny in the middle of the night. Just change the diaper so I can feed her.
So this not even... Now, granted, sometimes he wakes me up and I do drift back off to sleep.
Sometimes.
I wake up in a panic.
Sometimes.
But most times,
okay.
My girl... So we swaddle her into a nice little burrito and she goes to sleep. So when we wake her up, I'm taking her out of the swaddle. And because she has been like, you know...
She put in a straight jacket. I don't like that, man.
Tight for like 3 hours. She has to stretch. And my girl takes like 5 minutes to stretch and fart and shit every time we take her out of the swaddle. I mean, like, every time she farts, she sharts. And that's what I be letting her do. Because if you saw the picture that I posted on my Instagram last week, y'all saw that Barrett was covered in doo-doo. The reason why he was covered in doo-doo is because he took the diaper off and she farted. And doo-doo shot out of her ass like
damn, why you gotta say it like that? She makes it seem so net doo-doo. Like she got me.
What I do is I give her her time. When she wake up, I let her stretch and fart it out until she done. Sometimes that takes like 5 minutes. And by the time we done,
8 max.
The bottle be ready. And he be walking in the room with the stank face like, why you still changing her diaper? And I'm like, yeah, I had to let my girl do a thing.
Because I'm mad because I'm like, all right, I've had to wake up, go get the bottle, transport the bottle, and you're still not ready to feed her. And then on top of that, India will look at me, and I know, listen, I don't mind. I'm not complaining, but I am. I don't mind it. But after I do all that, I still have to burp her. And then India complains, you're not burping her right. You got to hit her at the top of the back. Your hand too low.
You're supposed to burp her.
She will micromanage every step of the way.
Because the thing is, I will say this, I think we're far more sleepy than what we were with Blake.
Yeah.
Like when I say we be dog tired, I don't know if it's that we like way older at this point or what.
Oh, I'm going to say something about that.
We be tired.
Hurting.
And so when he be burping, first of all, I'm sitting there and I'm just like in pure delusion with the pump on my tits. I'm like nodding off, trying to hurry up and get this done. And he's trying to burp her. He's nodding off. And so last night I looked at him and instead of burping her between
I'm just beating on her.
He's like right up above her butt, like just patting the lower back. And I was like, well, damn, you ain't finna get no burp out doing that.
Help me. It's the most crazy thing. I just want the division of labor to be separated equally. But we do a good job. We do like everything else.
It ain't like I'm going back to sleep. Because not only that, I have to go downstairs to put the damn milk in the refrigerator or the freezer that I just bumped. So we both got to get up and go downstairs at some point.
Yeah. Speaking of, that's going to be my relationship. But I'm going to get to it sooner than later. My relationship is for all the ladies who just have had a baby. Now, back in the day when we had Blake, it was a pillow in the bed. A long-ass body pillow. Pillow everywhere. When we got done with Blake, the pillow left. Now, once again, I don't know if it's because she's older or what. She not only has a body pillow still, but she has another small, like, what kind of pillow is this? A feeding pillow. And then on top of that, all of the breast pump equipment that she's purchased. She's purchased more breast pump equipment than a football player has pads. I've never seen somebody get ready to pump some tits when they got to go to war. Unhook the cars, slap it on. Hey, Barry, get my breast pump from downstairs. Make sure it's assembled right. There are so many pieces to a breast pump. It's the wildest thing I've ever heard. Then on top of that, moving this conversation on a little bit further, I didn't know how old we were becoming until this weekend. All my homies and even my parents was like, hey, you need to buy a deep freezer. I was holding off on buying a deep freezer because those type of purchases make you seem old. Like you going to Home Depot, you going to Lowe's, opening the thing up, trying to make sure the depth is right, trying to make sure it's going to get cold enough. I felt old going to buy a deep freezer.
Mind you, I had a lot of milk with Blake too. And so, we talked about getting a deep freezer, but we just never did. We just let breast milk take up the entire freezer.
But see, now we're getting older.
Well, and then in 2020, when we had the COVID panic, Barrett's mama tried so hard to buy us a deep freezer.
I didn't know how much they cost. It's my fault.
He kept telling her, like, no, we don't need a deep freezer. Don't buy no deep freezer. And it was so 2020 was crazy for a lot of people because Barrett's mama just knew that we was finna run out of food. And she was like, you got to make sure you feeding that baby. Like, we gonna let Blake starve. Like, it was wild. And so she was dead set. The only reason why we didn't have a deep freezer on our doorstep is because them shits was sold out. Everybody had bought them all.
Everybody bought a deep freezer.
Just like toilet paper and everything else. Everybody had bought all the deep freezers. So we never had one. Well, this time rolls around and we need a deep freezer. Like, it's like, all right, enough.
We put it off.
We need a deep freezer.
For the last 6 years. Now we have to do it.
So he brings the deep freezer in. We trying to organize everything. And I looked at him. I said, damn, I feel like we just aged overnight.
She did. I'm like, oh, man. Then I went to the mirror. Look, I had a gray hair coming out my beard. I said, oh, my God. Where is the life alert? I couldn't believe that we were getting that old. Just for one deep freezer purchase, added 5 years onto our life.
But I mean, technically did add 5. I mean, Blake is about to be 5. I don't know. It just feels different because when we had Blake,
I still feel 26. Don't get it wrong. I am 26. Don't get it twisted.
When I was pregnant with Blake, I was 26.
Yeah, I was 23.
And when I had him, I had just turned 27. So 26, between the years between 25 and 26 was a time for me. When I say I was having a time.
Yeah. You still are.
I was outside.
Oh, you mean, yeah. You was outside. Yeah. You were.
Okay.
But now you got old.
But.
And now let me tell you what she's claiming. And I'm going to hold her to it. I can't wait. Soon as this postpartum period over, I'm outside for real. This time, I'm getting my life back. Nigga, please. We going to see. I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold her to it, though.
Well, so I feel like... So, granted, we've come out of this pandemic.
Almost smacked me.
And, like, I was one of those people that really sat inside. Like, I wasn't one of those people who was like, I'm tired of being in the house. I'm finna go outside anyway. I'm finna catch COVID. Like, I wasn't.
Give it here.
Like I was really
survivor
inside. It wasn't a problem for me. I like being inside, but I was inside for those 2 years, and then I got pregnant. Then I got depressed. Then I got pregnant again, and so then I was intentional about staying inside during this pregnancy because I did not want to get sick.
How do you avoid being depressed after you have a baby?
I think it depends on like your support system. And then like a lot of things play into like there's a lot of different things that play a part in that.
Have you been doing like seances or something to keep from being depressed? I know you get into your bag.
No, I could do a much better job in my spiritual life right now, but I'm so sleepy that I have not gotten back to any of my rituals that I normally do.
My sleep life.
Right now, like my rituals is cuddling with Shiloh and doing skin to skin. But as far as like, you know, how I would get up early and journal and all of that, like I haven't made my way back there yet because I'm so
your routine,
so sleepy.
My routine thrown off, yours thrown off,
But I think it's important to know, to like notice when things feel off with you. Like when we first got home from the hospital.
It wasn't me.
Barrett.
I knew it. I knew it was about to be something I did.
Has helped in so many ways.
You finna chastise me. One thing I didn't do. What I didn't do.
But one thing that he's just not good at is in the food department. It's like cooking and stuff like that. And
that's a fact.
He knows that I like fresh food. I like to eat fruits and veggies with all of my meals.
Your boy went crazy in Publix and Walmart.
Even if I'm like, because, you know, with this pregnancy, I went back to eating meat. Like, it was no... like vegan, like I went back to eating meat. And so even if I'm eating meat like 3 times a day, I have to have my fruits and my veggies, like, and so it was a struggle for me because he just kept ordering out. Like we were just eating a lot of takeout, and I was like, I can't do this because I know how my body feels when I don't eat real food. And I kept telling him, I was like, I need real food. I need real food. Luckily, my friends showed up. And we had a lot of meals cooked for us.
Thank God. Y'all saved your boy.
Because I actually had a meal train. And then his best friend, Philip, and his wife, you know, Charity, that's my girl, they called me and they asked me like how I was. And I was just telling it, like I was really on the phone with Charity. And she was like asking, what do I need? And Philip was in the back. He was like, what do you need? And so I told him, I said, I just want fruits and vegetables. And so he was like, okay, I got you. And so the next day, or like 2 days later, Philip and Charity pulled up with a huge bag of
smoothies, ready
like
made
frozen smoothie packs.
All she has to do is empty them out, cut the smoothie and blend it on, and get busy. Phil already measured everything out, put everything in a nice freezer bag, and it's ready to go.
Literally, all I had to do was add water and honey.
That's it.
And so, and then I had another friend, like later that week, Kayla, she did the same thing. Like she made some smoothie packs for us.
For us? I ain't get nothing. I like smoothies.
It's not my fault. Well, the thing is, Bear is allergic to fruit.
I am.
So.
I know y'all probably looking at this right now like allergic to fruit, oral allergy syndrome. Look it up. Yeah. I got it. 1% of people. You looking at him.
So that was helpful for Blake and I. And once I started to get like real food in my body, I gradually started feeling better. It's already enough that like after you have a C-section, you come home on all these pain pills. You're literally on narcotics, like with the fucking oxycodone. And so it's you're feeling outside of your body, especially for somebody like me that doesn't take medicine at all. And so, like, I'm feeling outside of my body, and I was just like, I just need something to make me feel like myself again. So
nourishment.
I stopped my pain pills way before they told me to stop them.
And then was complaining to me every 5 minutes, I'm still hurt. I said, take a pill. I ain't taking a pill.
Yeah, when I got home from the hospital, I took those pain pills like 2 or 3 more days, and then I stopped them.
Max 3. You didn't take them after 2 days, I don't think. And you were complaining to me, I'm hurt.
Well...
What I need
like I
to
said,
do.
I wanted to feel like myself again. And then also, so like the food was one thing for me. And then another thing, so like my hormones, I'm like having these sweats, like night sweats. I had them with Blake. And I told Barry 2 or 3 times, I said, I need the sheets changed on the bed.
Oh, man, yeah. I'm gonna buy some new ones anyway. I need some Egyptian cotton.
I need the sheets
account
changed on the bed.
You told me that.
And I was just like, so I think it was the other night. My mom was like, what you need now? And I was like, I was so frustrated. I was like, I don't know how many times I have to say that I need the sheets changed on the bed.
Did they get changed?
Yeah, but after asking you 3 times.
You know what they say? It takes somebody 7 times to hear something before they, really get it in.
No.
7 times. It's the rule of 7. Look
no.
It up.
And so that's something, like, Bear knows that I wash the sheets on the bed every Sunday.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. You just reminded me.
And so I was not able to do that. And so I was like, that was something, like, that was so important to me. Like, I was like, get these dirty sheets off this bed before I lose my everlasting mind.
All right, switch it up real fast. What were we talking about this week about going to somebody's house and the sheets are dirty?
Oh, so we came across something on Instagram. It was like a percentage. And I think it was either like 40 or 60% of men said that they don't change their sheets on their bed.
Let's just say it was like 40% of men they don't change their sheets on their bed.
Yeah, or like they only change their sheets like once a month. Or it was some nasty ass statistic or something like that. And
you made a hell of a
told
point.
him, I said, I believe it. Because when I was in college, I had so many guy friends. And I would go to their apartments to kick it. And I'd be like, I don't know how these girls are fucking y'all because y'all are
nasty too.
Nasty lifestyles.
Girls just as nasty dudes in college. Y'all ain't doing it too. Nasty.
No. Rooms be funky. That's the thing. And that was the thing. Guys would only clean up when the girl was getting ready to come over. But it's nasty.
But you made a point today, and that day you said that it's probably why these Instagram bed makers are so popular, because girls aren't used to seeing it, and it's like an anomaly. These guys making up the bed, spraying cologne all over the pillow. Listen, I've been on that. She know. When she came over my house, I changed my sheets every Sunday. It was a routine. Every Sunday, I changed my sheets. And then I put scent beads and fabric softener underneath the
now, granted,
sheets.
his
smell.
Now, he stopped doing this because I told him to stop spraying that toxic shit in my bed. But his like sheet washing, like his laundry bed stuff was insane. Like one day I was over there when he was washing his bed spread and stuff, and he sprayed Lysol in between every layer of the sheets. And I was just like, bro, why are you doing it?
You gotta get the germs out. And a little Febreze too. That Febreze gonna give it a little extra that you need.
Yeah.
All of that.
Well, I told him, I said, don't take all that. I don't, like, no.
It ain't for you, but see, it wasn't for her.
It absolutely was for me, because I was the one that was sleeping in the bed. And so
I don't like smell good. I don't like
you can make the
flavors in my
sheets
nose.
smell good without the smell of Lysol.
No, I need all that. I need all that for me.
But okay, so that's like another topic in itself. Like things that you do that you only do because you're dating somebody.
Ooh, that's a big one.
So I came across I was on Facebook last week, and this guy, I could be getting this kind of wrong, but he basically was talking about women. And
Really?
Women and them not getting their oil changed. And he was like, ladies, when's the last time you got your oil changed? And
he got a good point.
This one girl, she was like, when I was in a relationship, I got my oil changed all the time, but now that I'm single,
she don't care about the oil.
I ain't gotten it changed.
Damn car gonna blow up because she's single.
Yeah. So I'm like, what else? Is it something that we do?
Women?
When we're in a relationship.
Oh, hot take right here. I used to get my hair cut every week, but then I grew it out, and then COVID happened, and then I got married. I get my hair cut now every 2 weeks. Hot take is, if men were not trying to impress ladies, they wouldn't get their hair cut as frequently. They wouldn't. Everybody be looking like Jay-Z. Everybody had dreads.
Y'all spend a lot of money at the barbershop.
I know. I love it. I know it's self-care. You know what it ain't? It ain't
Ladies,
self-care. It's for them.
If your man is complaining about you getting your hair done, and he gets his haircut every week. Do that math, because just like the hairstylists have been losing their mind and been upping the prices.
Yeah,
the barbers been upping their prices too. Beard told me how much he paid for a haircut one time.
I just told you right there.
That didn't include a wash.
I just told you right there.
No scalp massage.
Nah, I don't want no man rubbing my head anyway. Though I'm sorry. Call me what you want. I don't want a man rubbing my head. Now, I would do like the hot towel on my face. Ooh, if you do that, I'm all right with it. But don't get to rubbing all in my head. We okay? With that hot towel on your face? But what else do men
But some of
do?
y'all are paying $50 for a haircut.
The edge up and a taper at that. Not even a full-blown haircut.
When women used to pay $40 for a washing style.
Man, what happened to 2004? Bring it back. Bring it back. The price is not the year. But yeah, what else would men do? So for sure, haircut, most definitely we wouldn't care about. What else would we care? You just named one, like cleaning up the house. Men would not care about cleaning up the house or learning how to cook. We do all that stuff for women. Just go look at any other Instagram influencers y'all follow, those men, like all the skincare routine. Man, y'all don't really have a skincare routine. Y'all doing that just to impress them because y'all know that's the kind of content that they like.
But
skincare.
I do think men having a skincare routine is kind of sexy. Like,
so I have a skincare routine.
It's like, I want to see you taking care of your skin, because I was talking about this with a friend of mine the other day. I was like, these niggas that we went to high school with look like they don't drink no water. They don't wash their face. They wash their face with the same towel they wash their ass with. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I do like seeing men really take care of their skin.
Oh, we cooking now. But watch this, though. Sometimes it takes a woman to point those things out, because I didn't know that. And this came from not even you, from a few girlfriends. Well, a girlfriend before was like, why you use the same towel to wash your body with as you wash your face with? And I'm like, yikes. You make a great point. So after that,
you better get yourself pink eye washing your ass with the same towel you wash your face with.
Be out here, I have shit. You wonder what's going on because you had a little feces on your towel.
Wondering why your skin breaking out because you using the same damn towel.
Jesus, what in the world happened? But it takes a woman. When I saw you with all that skincare stuff in there and you were going to Sephora, I said, man, they got to have something for your boy. They had it all for me. That first aid beauty stuff, I got it all. I wear collagen patches. What you want me to say? Oh, my under eyes looking a little better. I'm trying to preserve my sexy. So I do think that men wouldn't care as much about it if it wasn't for women. But in the same breath, I will say it takes a woman to point those things out to a man that he needs to care about it more.
Okay, so then let's tie it back into, we were having a conversation when we were at the doctor's office last week. We were having a conversation when we were at the doctor's office last week, and basically, you know, there's a statistic out there that basically says that men live longer when they have a significant other, when they have a partner. And so
look it up.
We just kind of went down a rabbit hole.
We did. We were deep in a rabbit hole.
Because we were talking about how even men who will like divorce and get remarried, like the longevity of their life just increases. And I think that if you're into heterosexual relationships, when you are with a woman, women elevate you, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, granted, you know, you gonna post this clip and be like, well, men elevate women too. This ain't the type of conversation I'm trying to have right now. I'm specifically talking about the impact that women have on men's lives and how they make their lives better.
Their physical lives too. Like, men live longer is what we were talking about. And it came about because I was saying I needed to go get a physical. And if it wasn't for her kind of pushing the fact, have you gone to get a physical? Have you gone to get the physical? I probably wouldn't have gone that soon. Also, I missed my dentist appointment. Have you gone to the dentist? Have you gone to the dentist? Have you gone to the dentist? It's almost a great like somebody nagging you that has your best interest at hand. And it makes you do things that you didn't know. Like I said, skincare. I didn't know I was about to get pink eye until she told me. So all of this stuff, I just looked it up.
Well, and then even with the dentist appointment, because I knew he had missed his dentist. You still ain't been.
Man, keep going. I told on myself.
Anyways, because I had a dentist appointment the week before I had Shy, and I was like, well, I'm at the dentist. Do you want me to just reschedule your appointment now? Because I can. And I should have just went ahead and did it and been like, this is when your appointment is. Go get that taken care of. Mm-hmm. But I do think that's like a natural ability that women have. You know, because I think we've talked about how women are just caretakers. We are givers.
That's what it is. We got a white man on here.
And no matter how much pride a man has, like, men like to be taken care of. Mm-hmm. No matter what that looks like for you in your relationship. But I do know that there are probably things that Beard appreciates that I do around the house. Like me reminding him to do stuff, even though he act like he annoyed.
I do. Like
he be knowing that he has forgotten.
Yeah, I'll forget something, but you also don't need to micromanage it too. But that's another topic for another day. But this study actually says, and I don't know how true this is, 20% of married men live, like over 20%, they live longer than their counterparts, the unmarried counterparts. So this is a 15-year study. It's so long, this article's all over the place. But yeah, married men tend to just live longer and I think do better. One thing too, this is a situation that I don't want to talk about right now because it's a serious situation. I had a friend who recently got into a little trouble, right? This friend is unmarried. I feel like that if he would have been married, the type of trouble that he got into would have happened. Can you agree?
Would not have happened.
Would not have happened. It would not have happened, right? Sometimes women keep you from running into a wall that you know that's there, but you might not see on the other side. So women they almost protect you in the sense of things. So
I do think that women tend to save men from themselves.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. I was trying to skate around
serious relationships, and I know people may not like the framing of that. That what I just said, but we were having a conversation with a friend.
Know better, don't do better.
And she was saying that women oftentimes have foresight.
Yep.
Like we can see so far down the line of a scenario that may happen and how it could play out. Mm-hmm. Whereas men only see like what's right in front of them. Mm-hmm. Like what's right. And so I think that is, one of the reasons why it is important to have that woman in your life, because y'all know Beard and I we're both very like bullheaded, and we both clash.
Type A.
Because we're so like bullheaded, both of us. And
I got another one. I got two good ones. Keep going.
A situation will present itself, and a lot of times I will say, I don't think that's a good idea. And it could be my delivery because,
always. It's a clip on the podcast page about her delivery right now.
But even still, a lot of times he won't take the advice. The shit'll play out. And then I'll end up being right. But I ain't never know. Like I'm never a I told you so kind of person. Yeah. When those situations happen, I don't say a word.
Yeah.
I don't say a word. But like I said, that's another benefit because I feel like women have this across the board. If they practice it, they can see how a situation is going to play out, especially for those that they really love and care about.
I'm going to take it a step further and say something else. I think married men who also have kids tend to live longer too. And the reason why is because now you want to be around. Like you start doing healthier things. You start thinking more than just for yourself and your wife. You start thinking for legacy and generational things. So I do think that married men with kids tend to have a longer lifespan. I haven't looked this up,
but
just because they're trying to make sure that they stick around.
Well, when you're talking about like your personal health and stuff, I think that's true.
Personal health.
However,
like stress.
When you are talking about married men and the children, like the child aspect, I also think it's important to know that your relationship with your spouse comes first.
Oh, for sure.
And so that's another part to it. Like as long as you're happy in your marriage and you're putting your spouse first, then you can be happy for the kids, or happy with the kids, which then brings about less stress, and people who don't have as much stress probably live longer.
It's a fact. I'm gonna double back to what you just asked a minute ago. What are some things that guys do because of women that they wouldn't do, right? What was the question? Something like that, right?
Yeah.
I thought of 3 things just then. Number 1, tattoos. I think a lot of men get tattoos for aesthetics. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you would get that many tattoos if you weren't really trying to impress these ladies. That's why I did it. I'm going to tell you another thing, too. So that's why I didn't get any. I'm like, bro, I'm getting girls without tattoos. I don't really need to get them because I don't really want anything that permanent. And I'd already told my grandma I wasn't going to get any. So
that's
tattoos,
the real reason.
Yeah, my grandma.
That's the real reason. He promised his grandma he would never get a tattoo.
Yeah. Still a woman, right? But tattoos, another one, motorcycles. Some people love motorcycles. When I got my motorcycle, I told you it was for one reason and one reason only. To let these ladies ride on the back. Motorcycle was the one for me. I'm not going to get a motorcycle otherwise. It went for women. Like, I got that strictly to impress the ladies. Now,
and then he got with a lady who hated them.
Yeah.
And where's the bike now?
It's gone. The wildest thing I've seen happened this weekend. So when we feeding the baby, I try to stay up. I pick up my phone and I go on TikTok. Find all type of shit on TikTok. I saw this guy getting a beard transplant. That has probably been by far
who's 37 years old.
Craziest thing I've seen. So guess what? A beard transplant. He would not get a beard transplant if it were not for ladies. He wouldn't give a damn about his smooth skin on his face. Look at me. And I'm going to be real. I could probably grow a beard now if I really wanted one. And if I want to go through the ugly phase of like Patch Adams. But I'm cool with the way I look now. Getting a beard transplant. Top tier, next level, most insane thing I've probably seen. I know you like, well, girls get BBLs and get breast lifts. That's cool. Like, do your thing. Beard transplant, another level of insanity. I see getting like a little hair transplant, but getting your whole face, bro, you're going to have alopecia. It's just going to start falling off. Now you wasted that money.
I'm really, like, for me, I'm terrified to do anything.
A beard transplant.
Like that. Like, I don't know. If I could, I would be as natural as I possibly could with the things that God gave me.
We know.
Because
are we getting them,
even with like the BBL girls, I wonder like how they're gonna age out.
No.
Like, have we seen
Bernie's pretty old.
Like, have we seen a like 70?
Oh, okay. She's not that.
It's like a 70-year-old who got a BBL. Like, how old would be the first class of BBL women?
But the thing about it is, you can still get like lifted and sculptured. They got something called cool sculpting, where they don't go in your skin. Don't ask me how I know.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know. What do I do for a living? What do I do for? They got something called cool sculpting, where they can like do this stuff, and they don't even have to do invasive surgery. So there's ways to make it sit up.
Not like no BBL.
Yeah, BBL different. One thing looking good if it's done right, don't it? Oh, wait. Hit the wrong button. Anyway, let's go ahead. I'm sorry. You got something else to say? I'm trying to avoid getting in trouble.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out who BBL you feel looks really good.
Drea. She be getting surgery. She got that's next level. That's next level. I
don't think Drea's had surgery on her ass.
Oh, never mind.
Or no.
The stomach she posted that her stomach thing.
She's had breast implants, but I don't think
she posted that. This I don't miss the post.
I know. I see your likes.
Yeah. And she posted where she was having surgery. She shouted the dude out. She probably got it for free.
I don't remember that.
And it was about her, what you've been complaining about.
Did she have a C-section?
Yeah. It was about that gap. She got
the skin lifted?
The skin lifted, yeah.
Did she have the belly hang?
She was nervous about her belly hanging over her C-section scar. She's been talking about it for ever since she had it. Look, ain't my belly gonna hang. She got a belly band on there like a bulletproof vest.
That's because they told me to wear it. I don't know if it's going to stop my stomach from hanging off my incision, but...
Let us pray. You ready for yours? I did mine. You ready? Let's go get them.
Let her upgrade you. What would India
do? WWID. What would India do? Keke.
My boyfriend punched a wall and broke one finger during an argument. Damn. Firstly, my boyfriend is very lovely and romantic, but sometimes he gets so hysterical when we fight. And I don't understand why. He always ends up screaming or crying, and I end up crying too because of his screaming. He also tells me after fights when I ignore him for a while because I need to get over the argument that he thought about killing himself or harming himself, so I always feel bad. The reasons for our fights aren't even that big of a deal, but he's so sensitive, even though I'm the one who ends up crying. When he punched the wall, the argument escalated because he always screams and makes everything worse than it actually is. How should I react? He made me cry when he punched the wall and didn't even ask if I'm okay. He slammed the doors and left the house for an hour and then texted me to ask if it was over.
But guess what?
So this ain't your topic. What you talking for?
Got excited.
Like when he's like punching the wall and screaming, are you not terrified?
That's what I was about to say.
Like, are you not afraid?
That's a different
because level. If I'm talking to someone and they punch the wall and start screaming very irately, I'm going to be a little afraid.
I'm calling 911.
Especially if it's like a grown-ass man that I am sexually involved with. As I'm not really sure where the question's coming from. I'm confused because the way that this is worded feels like it's not the first time.
Didn't he say he thought about killing himself too?
And so
he on a new level.
I'm out the door because if you can punch my wall
and hurt yourself
and hurt your own hand and scream, like I you don't think it can escalate?
Self-preservation.
From there, it's gonna be a no for me.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I'm out the door.
There's no reason for people to be. First of all, you sound like y'all renting an apartment, so now you got to pay money to fix the wall, and you lost your security deposit because he upset. He mad and gonna punch the wall, and then you got to go to the minor medical clinic to get his finger fixed.
He's throwing tantrum after tantrum, and
it
doesn't matter how lovely or romantic he is. It's like you have to look at the whole picture in a relationship because. And have you not asked yourself, like, is the romance coming because he knows that he messed up?
Yeah.
Because again, like the way that this is worded, it seems like all the arguments are pretty toxic. Like all the arguments end in him screaming, which tells me that he does not know how to communicate. He does not know how to say how he feels without yelling and arguing. That is his defense mechanism. But it's one thing to yell and scream in an argument. It's a completely different thing to punch the wall.
Bro, you punch the wall. The wall won't move. You're not hurting the wall. You're only trying to scare her. Like, why are you trying to scare somebody? You the big bad wolf? Sit down.
He leaves for an hour. another red flag.
Where's he going?
So we have like multiple other. First red flag, he keeps screaming. He's yelling. The second one, he punches the wall. The third one, he leaves for an hour. The fourth one, instead of an apology, he asks, "Is the relationship over?" And so at that point, yeah,
get rid of it.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Get rid of it.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Look at you acting like me.
I don't want to do it.
There you go. Get into it. Tell them where they can find you.
India.Marie on Instagram. That's it.
Yeah, you can find me at Beloved 1911 on all social platforms. But the biggest thing is go follow She and I Podcast on Instagram. Everywhere it is. Go to YouTube, like, subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you will know when the visual experience is up for your viewing pleasure. All of that is just for you, and we look forward to seeing you on the other side of next week. But in the meantime, in between time, it's been real. It's been fun. I out.